My full name is Caroline Hindley Lee. I am 20 years old and my current rank is an MS3, which means that I'm in my third year technically of the program. My cadet rank now is second platoon sergeant. I decided that I wanted to join the program in actually just April of this year. Since I was coming in as a junior transfer, so 2 years late, I did have to go to basic camp this past summer, which was just a month at Fort Knox, Kentucky. And so after completion of that meant that I could come join the program and be in my MS3 year and when I came in the fall.
Lean back a little more while there's... Come on, Tim,
The ACFT is the Army Combat Fitness Test, and it's something that every single soldier has to do, no matter your rank. And it's basically a test to measure your physical ability in 6 events. So the ACFT is on a point scale from 0 to 600. Each event, you can get up to 100 points, and to pass, you need to get 300 points overall, so 50 points in each event.
Hey, when you have your ACT cards, go over to the deadlift.
I really like the ACFT because PT is one of my strengths, I guess, since I'm fairly new to the program. It's something that I had a level of fitness coming into it. So we took the test earlier this year, I believe either in late September or early October, and that was a diagnostic. So that was to kind of see where we were, especially for someone like me who had never taken the test before. It was really good to see what I needed to improve on in the next month and before I go to advanced camp in the summer, which is when it really matters. The first time I took it, I got a 550, and I believe we took that in late September or early October. And the second time I took it, which was in November, I got a 573. Improvement is always really good. In all the events that I did at Max, I was able to improve, which I was really proud of.
Don't do no weird shit. Don't break your back.
So the first event is the deadlift. You have to do 3 repetitions. For women, I know that the max weight is 210 pounds. You get 2 chances. So if you start at 180 and you can do 3 reps continuously of 180, then you have the chance to move up in weight and try to get more points. There is the standing power throw, which I personally think is the hardest event. I think it's the hardest for a lot of cadets, and I'm guessing soldiers as well, especially female soldiers. You stand on a line and then you have the ball in your hands and you have to throw it behind you. So you kind of have to squat down and it uses a lot of core strength and also leg strength as well. And then you get 2 throws for that, I believe. It's either 2 or 3, I'm not sure. And the ball throw, there wasn't that much improvement, but it was a few inches. So I guess everything counts.
Let's go! Let's go!
Next is the sprint track carry. You sprint to, I think it's 25 meters, sprint back, and then you drag a 100-pound sled, I believe. I think it's either 90 pounds, so 2 plates, or 100 pounds. You drag the sled down and back, and then you have to do laterals, which are kind of side shuffles, and then do those down and back. You do the sprint in the beginning, the drag with the sled, and the carry with 2 40-pound kettlebells. And you have to walk or sprint if you can down and back with the kettlebells, and then 1 last sprint. So that was definitely the most complicated. It's pretty easy to forget what you have to do, but we're all around each other kind of helping you out, make sure you do the right thing. And sprint track carry, that was only a 2-second improvement, so.
Get it done, get it done, get it done. Good job, Caroline.
So next are the push-ups, and these push-ups aren't like normal ones, they're called hand release push-ups. When you go down, you have to stick your arms all the way out and bring them back in for it to count and then go back up. So you don't get as much rest or your rest is different, I guess, because in a normal push-up you could just stay kind of in a plank position, but with these you're not allowed to stay in that position. You have to come down, and your rest is when you stick your arms out to the sides. My push-ups improved quite a bit. I went from 30 to 45.
Did you like scream during it?
And the fifth event is the plank.
Show me your authorized.
Let's go, Bridget!
You're on either your fists or your palms on the ground, but it's 45-degree angle, I believe, to the ground with your elbow.
How's my ass look, Emerson?
That's great, sir.
All right.
No concerns there, sir.
Okay.
The max is 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And you're not allowed to really adjust during it.
Come on, San Pedro. Don't even think about it. You made it this far. No use dropping now.
The last event, my personal favorite, is the 2-mile run.
Are you ready?
It takes 9 years to tire.
You dressed in all that?
And you can't have anybody pace you. You can't have anybody. The rules are funny because they say you can't have anyone physically assist you in any way. So no pulling, dragging, or carrying. The ACFT is a really unique event. Every score you have is kind of put against the other cadets that you'll be graduating with. It's also a really good bonding event for everyone because it's just you against yourself. The main thing is to see how much you improve, especially since this was during our first semester and we'll have more chance a second semester. This test right now was mainly just to see how much you were able to kind of self-diagnose what kind of events you need work on and how you were able to improve.
Yeah, Jensen, one more!
So there were definitely high spirits going into this one because it's fun overall, even though you're kind of dying physically through it, especially after the sprint drag carry and the run. Everybody is there to support each other.
12-13, Lee.
We're a really fit battalion. We're an awesome battalion overall. We got a lot of really smart cadets and also really fit cadets. We didn't have anyone get a 600 this time, but I think the highest guy score was a 594, which is incredible. Just seeing everybody, wake up at like 4:30 in the morning and come out and still show up and do the best they can is like the most encouraging thing you can see. I know that I need a lot of improvement in the ball throw especially and sprint drag carry. But it's always a great way to kind of bond with everyone. It's definitely one of the more fun PTs we have, even though it's the most stressful. But I'm really looking forward to the next one and hoping to improve, hoping to get a 590 on the next one. So we'll see.